following segment is sponsored by Uplift Families. How can we as parents use back-to-school preparation to connect with our children? Uplift Families collaborates with Utah State PTA, and today we have two members of the Utah State PTA board, Jana and Christina. You guys are here with tips to help us connect with our kids. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I think we were talking just a couple minutes ago, it's such an important topic because back to school time is fraught with a lot of anxiety for both parents and kids. You guys have so many good tips. First off, how can we use this time to kind of connect with our children, Jana?
So back to school is a great time where kids are feeling a lot of emotion, and those are the times to create memories. And if we can make those positive memories, it's going to be a great experience for our kids. So the back to school shopping, all those things, make those fun.
Absolutely. And if you notice that your child is kind of feeling some anxiety, what are some tips you can do to kind of mitigate that or help them feel more at ease?
First of all, remember that is very normal. So it's most likely that your kids will be feeling that sense of nervousness. A great way to do that is to go and visit the classroom beforehand with your student, be there and meet the teacher, and be excited for them about this new step.
I love that. Those are such good tips. And Christina, how can we teach our children to kind of turn these challenging experiences into more positive ones, you know, kind of a scenario where they are anxious? How can we make it feel positive?
Well, every time they go through something that could be a little anxious, right? And they make it through the other side, right?
Yes, encouragement.
Right, encouragement and resilience. And then the next time they meet something that does bring that anxiety, then they have a little more confidence going into that, saying, I've done this before, I can do it again. And that anxiety seems to ease a little bit each time that they are faced with those kind of challenges. But it brings confidence, right?
That's so true. And confidence is everything. I want to talk about how we can begin to talk about confidence building and talking and having these conversations, Christina, and building these steps with your children.
Yeah. So first of all, when you go into a conversation with your child, the first step is to kind of check with yourself on how you're feeling. What are your emotions? Are you coming into this conversation maybe too hot or too cold? And then also creating space and time to have that conversation.
I've never heard it worded that way, and I think that's so amazing that you kind of use it that way, the hot and the cold spots for those conversations, and you just assessing how they're feeling. How do you know when you're too hot or too cold with your child?
Right, so that first step is for you as a parent to say, okay, how am I feeling, right?
Yeah.
So coming in too hot could be something like, oh, you're feeling anxious, or maybe you're frustrated, right? Mm-hmm. And you tend to be wanting to lecture or jump to advice, right? That kind of thing, or fix it real fast, right?
Yeah.
And then opposite of that, right? If you're coming in too cold, it could be like maybe you are more distracted, or that you are, let me start that again, so that you are maybe feeling more distracted, or maybe dismissive, like, oh, you're going to be fine.
Right.
Those kind of things.
Right. And I think sometimes as parents, we might fall into patterns and you're not even aware of it. So being able to kind of check in and be like, am I, as you said, too hot or too cold? That's so important, really being in touch with your child. Where can we go for more information, ladies? Because you have so much good information.
Yeah, so Uplift Families and Utah State PTA work in collaboration. And on the Uplift Families website, you'll see articles that we've shared as well as other articles to get fabulous information. So upliftfamilies.org is the place to go.
Jana and Christina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course.